Good morning, students. Welcome to TSN English class. This is your chapter 2. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together, and this is your part 2. So, I'm starting with here. The first indication of impending disaster came at about 6 pm with an ominous silence. So, here the narrator is talking about his first indication with weather. When he's getting his first indication with weather, that indication is impending means just जल्दी से आने वाला जो इंडिकेशन होता है, ये जो आने वाले सिचुएशन की जो फीलिंग होती है, दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट इंडिकेशन ऑफ डिज़ास्टर इज़ द नेचुरल कैलामिटी. And he's talking about the time, that is 6 pm with an ominous silence. What is ominous silence? Ominous silence, तूफान से आने से पहले की शांति. That is the peace or silence before the disaster. The wind dropped and the sky immediately grew dark. Now he's talking about the weather. The winds are the wind stops and the sky immediately grew dark, and there is a darkness in the whole sky. Then came a growing roar. Then he heard a roar from the clouds, and an enormous cloud towered aft of the ship. Then he saw that is a huge cloud that is towered aft of the ship. That means behind the ship. Ship के पीछे एक cloud का बड़ा सा tower बन गया है. With horror I realized that it was not a cloud, and after few moments he realized with horror, he is afraid of that when he saw that it was not a cloud but a wave. He saw that he thinks that it is a cloud, but it is not a cloud, it is a wave like no other I had ever seen. So he wouldn't have seen this kind of a huge wave. The size of the wave is too high. It appeared perfectly vertical and almost twice the height of the other waves. And this wave is vertical in shape, and this wave is too huge that it is double the height of the other wave with a frightful breaking crest. Now he's talking about that he's afraid, he's frightful because the wave broke on the शिप. सो पूरी जो वेव है वो शिप पर गिरकर ना टूट जाए. द रोर इंक्रीज टू अ थंडर एज द स्टर्न मूव्ड अप फेस ऑफ द वेव. नाउ ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द वॉइस ऑफ द waves. The voice of the waves increase, and it hurts like that it is the voice of a thunder, voice of lightning in the sky, face of the wave. एंड फॉर अ मोमेंट आई थॉट वी माइट राइड ओवर इट. और एक क्षण के लिए उसे ऐसा लगा दैट दे माइट राइड और दे आर टेकिंग राइड ऑन दैट वेव. बट देन अ ट्रिमेंडस एक्सप्लोजन shook up the dead. But suddenly he felt that there is a dangerous kind of explosion happens on their ship deck. A torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. My hand smashed into the wheel. Now he's talking about the water of the waves because of that explosion on the ship. The green and white color water is broke over all the ship, and the ship is full of green and white water of the sea. And suddenly his head smashed on the wheel. Smashed is उसका head जो है टकराया ship के wheel से. And I was aware of flying overboard, and he is aware of the feeling that he is flying over the board of the ship and sinking below the wave. And by the time he is sinking in that water of green and white color, I accept my approaching. Then after feeling or after this experience, he feels that now he is dead after some few moments. And I was losing consciousness. I felt quite peaceful, and after he felt that his death is nearby to him, so he is feeling a little unconscious, or he is feeling like he is in the faint kind of situation, and he is feeling peaceful, calm. Unexpectedly my head popped out of the water, but He won't expect this situation, so unexpectedly his head is out of the water. He's popped out of the water से बाहर आया a few meters away. After some few meters, for few meters he is in the water, sinking in the water, but after few meters he popped his head out of the water. Wave walker was near capsizing. Now he's talking about his boat, that his boat is or his ship is capsizing means rotating here and there in the water, और पानी में उलट पुलट रही थी उनकी boat. Her mast almost taut, and the mast of the ship, the upside of the ship or the upper part of the ship, that is almost taut. That means that is in the stiff or still condition. Taut means that mast or the mastul जो था ship का, that is in the perfect or in the situation that is holding his place. Then a wave hurled upright. Again a wave hurled near the narrator. My lifeline jerked taut. And अब उसे लगा कि जैसे उसकी लाइफलाइन वहीं ख़त्म हो गई है. I grabbed the guard rails and sailed through the air into the deck line like a rag roll. He grabbed the guardrails. Guardrails are some kind of railings in the ship. So he hold those guardrails and sailed through the air into the deck. And he's moving here and there in the air on the deck of the ship like a rag roll. He's feeling that I am the rag roll. His narrator is feeling that he is the rag roll. My left ribs cracked. Now he's talking about his situation after suffering with all these conditions. His ribs were cracked, his mouth filled with blood. So he is having some blood in his mouth due to injuries and broken teeth. His teeth are in broken condition. Somehow I found the wheel lined up with the stern for the next wave and hung on. And somehow he found some kind of wheel in that situation, and he stuck himself in that on that wheel so that he can be safe, or he can hung on that steering or wheel. Water everywhere. I could feel that the ship had water below. Now he's talking about the situation. That ship is covered with water from every corner of the ship. I could feel that the ship had water below. So he's saying that he feels that there is water below on the every corner of the ship, but I dared not abandon the wheel to investigate. But no, he is not daring anymore, so that he would try to find out the wheel. So he don't try to investigate the wheel suddenly. So here narrator himself suffered severe injury but brought his boat under control. So he is talking about that he suffered from severe injury. A giant wave smashed into their boat, wave walker, and caused severe damage to narrator himself. And the biggest problem this time for them was to save the boat from sinking. So this is all about this paragraph.